Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up. What's going on, Bears fans? Big show for you today.
Let's go.
Braxton Jones in studio with us.
Yes.
Appreciate you coming in, Braxton.
Yes, of course. I appreciate you guys having me on the show for ssure.
Brave man getting through the Friday traffic in Chicago, especially with the Kennedy the way it is right now. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and it
It's a struggle for everybody.
It was a struggle. I mean, it's not my favorite, but hey, we'll do it. We'll have a good time on the pod and talk ball for sure.
Yeah, we'll make it worth it. Adam Hoge, Mark Carman, Nicholas Moreano with you today. Lawrence producing as always, and we're excited to have Braxton Jones with us today. I just want to ask this since we're so close to the NFL draft. This time last year, like early April, you had like no idea where the direction of your life was going. You had no idea which team was going to draft you, no idea that like a month into being on the team, they would just throw you at left tackle in practice with the first team, and you ended up playing every damn snap the whole season. Yeah, I mean, be honest, is there this time last year, did you even like remotely think that was a possibility that you would play every snap in the NFL?
Only guy on the team to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I took the same approach every day. I just wanted to be the best I could, honestly. Like that's – my thing is just, getting 1% better every day. So the opportunity they gave me, is great, and they let me seize the opportunity, and I did that. So, and I just, I really thank them for just giving me a chance to kind of fill out my first season and, give me the, it was a little up and down, but it's great, experience, I think, just going against good rushers and, just kind of going through those up and downs and, that whole last year, I mean, it was tough. I mean, obviously, we didn't have the season we wanted, but it was good though. I think it really made me grow up a little bit, and I think that was good for me mentally, physically, and then just coming into the off season, kind of knowing what I need and stuff like that. So it was just a great time to just really understand how your first year goes and everything like that, but. Other than that, yeah. Cool.
I'm trying to remember it in the moment because people were saying Braxton Jones might be their starter at left tackle like early. And I think I asked you, like, were you surprised that you got this opportunity? And I think at the time you said like a little bit, like that it came as quick as it did. Yeah. And what do you remember about just the way things progressed early on where, oh, my God, I'm going to be the guy and this is going to be on my shoulders?
Yeah, I mean, my coach always told me, he was like, you're always going to get a chance. You're going to get a chance for sure to start. So there was nothing being hid or anything like that. It wasn't like it was some secret or anything. So, I just listened to what he had to say and, just went in every day and just kept on going. So, as that week came along, San Francisco, I mean, it was the green light that I was starting and, just from then on just kept on building and getting better every week. So, it was fun though.
We're talking about Chris Morgan, right? Or,
yeah. Coach
okay.
Morgan. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was making.
Yep.
I was. That's how it would logically be. It wouldn't come from Flus. So yeah. Okay. Just I got it. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Braxton. What are you most proud of when you reflect back to your rookie season? Whether that's a moment, a play, a series, a game. What are you most proud of when you kind of think back about your rookie season?
I think the biggest thing for me, honestly, is like the durability of the entire season. Like, that's always my thing in like college. Like, I didn't want to miss a snap. Like, I just wanted to always like know that I'm there. Like, I'm gonna be there no matter what. Trying my best to get on the field, even if I'm injured or hurting that week. Like, I'm doing my best to get on that field and be able to play. So I think that was like my biggest accomplishment was winning. Like getting all my reps in for the entire season, so and not missing a snap. So
yeah,
that's just huge for me personally. Like that was a goal of mine, and just as a rookie doing it too, it's just I feel like it was big time. So I kind of hold on to that for sure.
I mean, it's underrated. I think the only person on the team that played every snap in every game was the rookie left tackles. That's a hell of an accomplishment. So congratulations. When did you feel what was the toughest week trying to get yourself physically ready to play?
It started like get real tough. I mean, when I was preparing for the Thursday night game, and that was my first time like having that quick of a turnaround in terms of a game. But I did have one other time back in at Southern Utah when we played like ASU. We played San Jose State on like a Saturday or like a not a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, but then we played ASU on the next Thursday. So I kind of had that feeling, but in the NFL it's different. And that was kind of like my game for me. Like I was like, wake up a little bit. And, it was a tough one, but yeah, other than that, I mean, that's kind of when I like really felt it. But after that, I felt like a little progression too as well. And then towards the end of the season, I felt like just a little bit. I kind of looked a little tired out there, and that's probably because of the long season and not having those longer seasons, especially being from Southern Utah. It's tough. Never really were in the postseason like that much, but other than that, yeah.
What was the difference like for you in it'll probably continue to get more and more experience, so you start seeing the same pass rushers all the time, but like just in terms of the amount of detail that you guys go into at the NFL level of scouting, your individual opponent and all the different moves, because I know you guys do that at the college level too, but it's kind of next level at the NFL, especially when you start seeing these teams twice a year with your division. You start to get used to your opponents more.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's a lot that goes to it, honestly. There's so much, and people, all different types of players, like take different approaches when it comes to that week in and week out. But, I mean, for me, I would just study every, person a little bit differently. Anybody that's coming on the left side and the main rusher on the right side, like all the rushers I'm studying, what's their favorite move? Like it's like all of that. So it's just, you get to things like, their outside foot's back, like they do this, that, and the other on that, rush or something like that. So it gets pretty detailed. It's just certain cues. Maybe you pick up on their like communication and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like it just comes down to winning your one-on-ones and, sticking to what I know. I mean, that's like the biggest thing for me, because I think if I do what I do, like I'll be, solid. Obviously, doing your studies and making sure on third down this is coming, this type of twists are coming, like having your P's and Q's good. But other than that, like at the end of the day, you just got to be man up and winning your one-on-ones. When that 3rd and 9 comes and, what's coming, they're coming, they're bringing everybody and they're doing the twist. Like that's just a gut check. So you can't really have some particular idea that you're studying behind. Like that's just, can you play ball at this point? Like, can you go out there and just, perform your job, what you were told to do? So, but like I said, there's a lot of X's and O's, but there's actually a time like out there where, like you just got to play and strain longer than the other person too. And that's what a lot of it comes down to, for sure.
Who talked the most in that moment? I don't know, 3rd and 9, I'm coming at you. Like, I don't know, is Montez Sweat yelling something before he's coming?
No, Montez Sweat he wasn't really talking much or anything like that, or nothing crazy. The one I remember vividly is it might have been a 3rd down. I don't know. It might have been just a regular down, 2nd and 10 or something like that. But Brandon Graham from the Eagles, it was like his first time in, and I think he said something like, you ready, 70? You ready to get this ass whooping? I was like, whoa, like I just didn't expect it, because I'm not much of a talker. Like, obviously we're just, for me, it's like, I'm trying to win more reps than you are. Like, I'm trying to be better longer than you are. So for me, it's just a mental game, and then let your play talk for you. But
so who won that rep?
I did. I mean,
there you go.
Yeah, I won the rep. I mean, he didn't get to Justin or anything like that. But yeah, he came out talking crap. I was like, but I had heard from like other guys that like Brandon Graham's thing, like try and get in your head. But I just didn't even look at him. I didn't reply. I was like, I don't know what to say to you, man. You're a legend. So I'm gonna just let you be. I'm gonna do my job and get on to the next down. But yeah, it was pretty cool going up against those guys, for sure.
Braxton, did you guys have like a friendly competition among the offensive linemen when it came to like getting pancakes or knockdowns and like kind of tracking that stuff throughout the season? Is that something that you guys do in that locker room? Or does that even come up?
Yeah, I mean, for us, yeah, we did track them. We tracked like the pancakes or knockdowns that you'd get. So yeah.
Was there one in particular that stands out to you that you got this past season?
There's a lot of them. I mean, I like just out in space. I mean, It's what I love, just being out in space. But one particular on Monday Night Football against the Patriots, the corner for the Patriots. I don't know. I think it was a McCourty or
One of those guys.
Okay.
I don't want to name call, but that was a good play. And Khalil took the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, and right up, and we scored a touchdown. So that was cool. I mean, that was just, in Foxborough, Monday Night Football. Like, I was like, wow, like this is the real thing, So that's one of my favorite plays for sure. Just getting out in space and getting a little pancake. So
Rex, do you ever hear like a corner say, "Oh shit, there's an offensive lineman coming out here about to block me"?
I mean, they're always. I mean, in that moment, they're not saying much, but after they're like, "You're cheating, dude," and I give them, I'll give them that because I mean, we're not, that we're not allowed to cut them, and they're not allowed to cut us anymore. But I mean, obviously, when it comes to man on man brute strength, like obviously we're gonna get them out there, but it's fun. They be having fun with it, trying to get you and stuff like that. So it's cool, but yeah.
So you mentioned that that's one of your favorite things to do, get out in space. So how much do you love this running scheme that you guys put out there?
I love it. I mean, I think it's great. I have a great time with it, and I feel like it helps me find myself a little bit too in the offense. Just really, how do I say this? Like cluing into what makes us going and stuff like that, like getting out in space, like it really makes me clue in too, because it's like I'm always involved in like a pin pull or something like that, which is awesome. I love it. I love getting out in space and blocking for other guys, all our playmakers and stuff, and so that's cool. Yeah.
Joseph in the chat called you Professor Pancake. Is that a name that you've ever heard before?
Hey, I'll take it, but I mean, I didn't adopt that or anything like that. That's all them.
What will you guys miss most about not having David Montgomery in the room?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a good dude. I mean, he was always, I was always talking to him about just some of the rookie troubles, and he was always just looking out for me. I mean, more than just what he did on the field, just as a person. Like, he's a great person, and just anytime he could, saying something to just, give us a little bit motivation, need a first down, this, that, or that. It was just good to have him in the locker room. And then on the field, we know that, like, he's killing it. So I just hope him the best of luck over there in Detroit. But, it'll be tough seeing him on the other side. But I still wish him the best of luck for sure.
Braxton.
The Duke's checking in. I think we got to
we got a super chat from the Duke. This guy's here every day, Braxton.
Okay.
We call him. He lives on Duke Island, Braxton. You should know.
I mean, it's $49.99. He's
to ask you a question. Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
Braxton, you are a stud. We are behind you. We love you. This again coming from the Duke. However, Carm said he could beat you in a one-on-one pass rush
Don't
drill.
listen to the Duke.
I don't. I don't believe him, and I think we should find out.
Oh, man.
Did you really say that, Carm?
I don't believe I said that.
Is that on After Dark?
For the record, Duke, and listen, the Bears have a great locker room. I mean, just a lot of places you can go. But when Braxton, you were first class all year long,
Yeah, of course.
and we all of us. It should be just noted that it's not just coming down today, but you just you treated everyone with respect, and it was just like, oh, this rookie's big time coming out of here out of Southern Utah.
Yeah,
so
no, for
and
sure.
so I'm not challenging him, Duke.
No, I appreciate you, Duke. I appreciate that a lot. I mean, I just want to be a good person and play good ball and do things good for the city. So that's what I'm here. I'm just trying to have a good time and win. I mean, that's the biggest reason. I'm trying to protect Justin and keep that left side on lockdown for sure. So hopefully here for a long time for sure. But thanks the Duke. I mean, that is awesome.
Yeah, and another one this is from Mark Gauthier. He's a fan from across the pond. He's $9.99. He says, Braxton Jones fan club, Easingwold, England is rooting for you. Have a Pro Bowl season at left tackle in 2023.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
But hey, see, now that's my next question is, where do we think is a larger town, Easingwold or Murray, Utah?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
What's the size? What's the size of Murray,
Murray's
Utah?
50,000. That's right outside Salt Lake.
Yeah, I
isn't
mean
that?
it's a good
Okay.
size for sure. It's there's just a lot of little suburbs out there. So
I'll
I mean,
have to
it
look it
feels
up.
to me it's like all one big valley. Is how I kind of see it. Like, I mean, I can get to Salt Lake any part of the day within 15 minutes. So
That's nice.
It's all nice. Yeah, nice little area like that.
So, but I guess why? What was the? So I mean, Salt Lake's a pretty big city, but what
Right.
was the wildest thing? So you go from high school ball to playing in Southern Utah.
Yeah.
to this market with the Bears, and we got people checking in from overseas. Have you understood how like far the Bears reach is yet? Because I mean, we have a lot of our viewers every day are from England or Germany or Australia.
Sure.
I mean, Bears fans are everywhere.
Yeah, no, they're everywhere. Literally everywhere, and it's great because I remember the Jack, the kid that called out my name for the draft when I got drafted. I mean, we still talk to this day. So
that's cool.
He's
that's
over
awesome.
there in UK, or Europe, I believe. I'm bad with countries, but yeah, he's over there. So I mean, they come from literally everywhere, and then just being in the market itself in Chicago, it's like it's crazy. Like people see you. Like I'm from Southern Utah, like. Nobody cares about the left tackle at Southern Utah. I mean, they do, but, like, let's be honest here. Like, it wasn't like this. Like, people would see you, want to take pictures with you. I'm, like, downtown, and, like, people want to take pictures. It's just crazy because, like, I just never have had that, right? Mm-hmm. So having that now, it's cool. I mean, I just, anytime I can, I try and take a picture. So just for the fans. And
wait, what's the percentage of people, though, that just come up to you and just see you're like a big guy as an athlete? Do they actually know you? What percentage of people don't know you when they're asking for
all
a
the
picture?
people that come up to me really are just people that know me, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a extreme amount, but, like, it's a fair share amount of people when, I'm downtown or something, like, or saying, Braxton, what's up, like, and stuff like that, want to take a picture. But other than that, like, it's not like people saying, oh, how big you are. Because I feel like there's obviously, like, NBA players. There's not everybody's, tall, but, like, there's a lot more tall people here than there is, like, somewhere in Utah. Because, like, when I'm in Utah, like, I get it all the time. Like, what do you play? Yeah. Especially even out in, like, the suburbs, too, because, like, they're always asking, too. I'll be in, like an apartment complex. They'll be like, you got to play for the Bears. I'm like, yeah, I do, but it's cool, though. I just, you got to love the love. I mean, just coming from a small school, too, it's cool. It's awesome. And so just any way I can show it back and, support the fans, and biggest way I can do that is doing my job. So, yeah.
You and Justin had, I think that bond started pretty early, at least judging by social media. At least you were out there putting out goats and stuff on his Insta.
I didn't even remember saying that, but I guess so, man. I don't even remember that, but yeah.
What do you appreciate most about QB1?
I think him getting out this last season, getting me out of, like, sacks. I mean, he did it very like a lot. I think there was one he turned into a touchdown. But Bradley Chubb against the Dolphins, he had me clearly. I thought he did. It ended up looking like I won the rep. But if Justin sits back there a touch longer, I mean, I'm not winning that rep. So he gets out, goes, and then just scores touchdown. I'm just running behind him. I mean, every time I see him start going, I just take a dead sprint to wherever he's at. I mean, it's just awesome seeing him go and just going into year 2 too. Like, for me, it'll be awesome just seeing our development together as a whole team and everybody, Justin, all the newcomers and stuff like that. It's just going to be awesome. We're going to have, it's going to be fun out there. Justin running, throwing at DJ Moore, all that stuff. It's going to be a good time. So it's always exciting watching him do his thing. So.
Did you join the belly flops in the end zone against the 49ers?
I did.
That's what I thought. I don't know if Lawrence is wearing the shirt today.
Oh,
but
wow.
we got to get
Yes.
you one of those.
Yeah,
That is awesome right there. Yeah.
Our QB slide
So
shirt.
I have a good thing for getting in Justin's way in the camera. I don't mean to.
right.
I do be getting in the way. I just am trying to hype him up, literally, like, but I be getting in the way. So I got to kind of watch myself this upcoming season and stay out the way. Make sure I can let him hit the Dougie or something. Give him that. But
See, but your job by definition is to stay between whatever's coming at Justin.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
So that's where you should be.
That's why. Yeah, I'm right there. So right in front, making sure nobody's getting them for sure. Yeah.
Braxton, are there any, I guess, cool stories about Justin, not even on the field but off the field, that stand out to you from this past season?
I mean, biggest thing is, like, just not really to, like, go too deep into it, but I just asked him early on. I just asked him, like, the stuff he does to, like, get extra work. And people just coming from college, obviously he's a big name and stuff like that, and people can say, oh, he doesn't do that, doesn't do this, but when I first got there, he taught me his way of just kind of how he goes about the day, and I was like, that's a perfect way. And just he gets up early, doing his thing, and then is coming back to the facility later at night, doing things with Mooney, I believe. They're always doing things together, just if that's going over the playbook extra and stuff like that. And so just him telling me that and the extra stuff he does and how he's trying to get better and be better, it was just cool to me and made me want to be better as well. And I started doing those things in terms of like the playbook. And obviously early on as a rookie, the playbook can be a lot. So just getting in extra work when I could and stuff like that, and learning that from him was cool. So yeah.
When the quarterback does that, like how much does that trickle down effect? You almost can't avoid it then, right?
No,
Whereas
not at
opposed
all.
if you have a quarterback that doesn't really actually operate in that way, I can see how that would end up same kind of effect, but in the opposite way. Just the QB kind of has to set the standard, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, and he does for sure. Like, I just see him getting extra work. You're going to want to get extra work, and that's just simply how it is. So it's a big correlation to just, other guys, being better too, and then that makes him turn around and want to be better for us. So it's just like an ongoing process and thing that, give and take and stuff like that. So it's good for sure.
Our CHGO Bears offseason coverage, by the way, is brought to you by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Learn more at ComEd.com/powering biz.
And
great to have Braxton here.
We got plenty more coming up here with Braxton. A lot of your questions will get answered. This Saturday, the action-packed UFC 287 fight card finishes with an epic rematch. Longtime rivals Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya. Am I saying that right? Are you a UFC guy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Braxton.
Yes.
Wow,
See,
all right.
We should have you do this read, not me.
No,
I am not a UFC guy.
I'm just.
I just want to make sure I'm saying things correctly. Yeah. But they'll be facing off again for the middleweight title, and you can throw down for your shot to win big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. New customers can bet just $5 on a pre-fight money line and get $150 in bonus bets if their fighter wins. Plus, all customers can get closer to the octagon excitement with DraftKings same-game parlays. Combine multiple UFC 287 bets into one for a shot at even bigger payout. Download the app now. Use code CHGO. New customers can bet $5 on a pre-fight money line and get $150 in bonus bets if their fighter wins. This Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
And a reminder, the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities they serve, helping manage energy usage and lower energy bills now and into the future, Adam Hoge.
Yeah, ComEd offers a wide variety of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers of all sizes across the territory. ComEd also offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities, like for HVAC systems, commercial kitchen equipment, or industrial processes.
Can you remind me how that works?
Yes, an authorized engineer will work with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and needs. These can be done in person or virtually and last approximately 2 hours. Then within 3 to 4 weeks, customers will receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects that they can start working on immediately. Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings, cost savings, project costs, potential incentives, and simple payback. If you own a business, don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy-saving tips, lighting incentives, or to schedule your free facility assessment, go to ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Did you say ComEd.com/poweringbiz?
I did. Schedule it today. All right. Moving on here with Braxton Jones in studio, and got plenty of, I think we got some viewer questions.
That's not the real Kari blasting.
Hey, you want to do a couple?
No, I didn't even see it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When we don't think it is, but it might be.
We did have
We
the
did
real
have Kari on.
Kari blasting game was on the show 2 weeks ago.
Really?
But the one in the comments we don't think is actually.
Yeah.
You got Matt
We
Nagy
found
in there,
out
too.
Carr's a big candle guy.
Oh, really?
Loves
Yeah.
candles at his house.
Are you a candle guy?
I have a few candles. I mean, I like candles.
Okay.
I light them as I'm like playing the game or something. I have a few candles.
Okay,
but I'm not like a
what
huge
scent?
candle guy.
What's your favorite scent?
Oh,
Please say
No
the
one has a
Please
favorite
say the one.
scent.
No.
I don't know. Kari
I
might
don't
now.
even know.
See, we recommended sandalwood, Sakari, and he went out and bought one that night and put it on Twitter.
Yeah, but
Target.
Took the recommendation.
For the record, we just said that because we knew that was a flavor of a candle. It wasn't like. I mean, that's from at least.
Yeah, were they flavors?
I know. Yeah, it's a
scent. It's a scent.
A scent, a flavor. Who cares?
Candles.
Candles.
No,
What's the cheapest, biggest candle that I could buy? That's how I go about my business.
I just go by the smell. Whatever smells good, I'll grab and
Can't go wrong.
put it in the house.
Okay.
So I don't really know the names, except the best. I mean, I think is mahogany is great.
That's a good
That's
one.
always
Oh, rich mahogany.
Okay.
It's good.
See,
Good.
we got it out of him.
Good
Mahogany.
good
See,
stuff.
we got it.
Young Braxton busted out of mahogany out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
that's
You got
Do
another
you want to do
level?
a couple supers?
Let's do another super chat here. Yeah.
All right, so Mark Gauthier checked back in. Thank you, Mark. He says, looking forward to seeing you play in Munich against KC. Rumor. Bears fans travel, and it will be a home game atmosphere. Easingwold, just a little bigger than Oak Park River Forest High School population, which that's, what is that, like 4,000, I think?
It's
So
big.
it's small. Basically, it's
Oh,
small.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Murray.
That's a small
much
town.
bigger.
That would be
Yeah, that'd be, yeah.
I don't know how much you follow the schedule rumors that come out like that, but it has been talked about that might be one of the games this year is going to Germany. How do you feel about the idea of going overseas? The Bears played in London a few years ago before you were here, but is that something that excites you, or is that like another just like, oh man, less sleep, more travel? How do you view all that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it excites me. I've never been out of the country, so first of all, that's pretty cool. That'd be very exciting if that goes through or however that's going. But the travel will be tough. I'm not a big traveler, just in terms because I just like to spread out, be able to get good leg room, and on some of those planes it can get a little squeezed. But I mean, when you're flying over 10 hours, you should have a good amount of leg room and space. But that's super exciting. I think it'll be a good environment. Played the Chiefs in the preseason, right? Yeah, so it'll be cool. I mean, yeah, it'll be a good environment for sure.
How does that work on the plane, by the way? O-line here, D-line there, long legs, any preference or
I think it's more of like a
vets?
age thing.
Yeah.
How many years you've been in the league for sure. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You're like me last week when I was going to Arizona in row 35. So you're
yeah, I mean, yeah. I was at like middle back, yeah, for sure. But there's still plenty of leg room. It was great, but yeah.
See, I always appreciated Northwestern. They would put the seniors in first class, and the coaches would sit behind the players. I don't know if that's how it rolls in the NFL, but you got a little seniority there.
I just know I was a rookie, and I felt like I was in the right spot I should be in. So
You get up there.
Did you see the picture of the Flus at where was that at?
It's at the owners' meeting last week in Arizona.
He was wearing this tight shirt. The chest was all out. Did you see that picture? Dude was looking ripped.
He's jacked.
Oh yeah, he looks good for sure. I saw him yesterday. I was talking to him yesterday for sure. Yeah, he looked good for sure. Yeah, like
the dude works out.
It's just, man, that's crazy. But I didn't even see that photo.
Yeah,
Right, we'll have to
see
pull
that.
it off.
Yeah, we might have to pull that up.
Pull it
Yeah.
off.
Where
But I mean, look, if you have the weight room that the Bears have, I don't care if you're a player or not. Like if you're working in that building, you should be taking advantage of it.
No, for sure. Yeah, shoot.
But Braxton, I mean, for you, like you obviously look good. What have you been doing this off season in terms of just getting prepared for this next season, getting stronger? What's kind of been your plan so far?
No, for sure. I mean, I'm just really focusing on that lower body, hamstrings, hips, all that stuff. Just making sure, I'm in the right position. I'm putting myself in the right position for this upcoming year. But I was been training with Olin Kreutz over there, and that's been great. Phenomenal guy, and he's taught me so much. It's been an awesome experience over there with him, and just going in there every day. It's a good time, good environment. He's taught me a lot in terms of lifting and just really finding my hips and stuff like that. Some things that I didn't do well this past season in terms of like the bull rush and stuff like that. So just working on that, and these next couple of weeks before we get back into workouts, I'll just be with the Bears and stuff, doing the same stuff. But yeah.
And I've also seen that you've been doing some Pilates with
Yeah,
Carter and Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, have you done Pilates before? I think Tevin was big into it during the season, but what's that been like for you?
Yeah, no, Pilates, Superior Pilates, shout out to them. It's a great environment. I love it there. But, it's tough. It was definitely eye-opening, too. Like, me and JT, obviously one of my good buddies, Jatari for the Bears as well. We first went there, and like you thought you could lift your legs up, and, and keep them there. As an athlete that lifts, plus 500 pounds, benches, plus 400 pounds, you thought, maybe I could keep my legs up in the air for a little bit, but no, it's so hard. I love it though. Like it just feels like I'm doing something for sure. Like I'm getting something out of it every time I go in there, and the core is just phenomenal too. So
it's just so interesting because like you go into yoga and like the 120-pound female is like rocking it,
yes.
and then the body lifter like Warrior 2, and all of a sudden the arms are dropping. It's
yes.
like it's
every time I'm like, can you do it first? Because I just want to see them do it, and it's just like easy. It's just like
effortless.
It's like effortless. I'm like wow, I wish I could do that. I feel like I should do it, be able to do it, but I can't. But it's good in there.
So our chat has been going crazy about the off-season workouts. There was a guy writing in all caps every minute asking the question, ask him about his workouts. Thank you, Buck. But D-Man Shy threw us $5 and said, hey, Braxton, are you trying to add weight or just strengthen your core and base? Looking forward to you dominating next year, bro.
Oh, I appreciate it. But, I mean, not a lot of weight. Nothing crazy. I mean, I'm sitting around right where I want to be, 312-ish, 313. But, I'm just really focusing on creating a better base. That's what I said plenty of times, even when you guys would ask me, what's going on, what's wrong, where do you see the problem is, and it's that base and just really understanding it, fighting through it. So, but, other than that, that's the biggest thing for me is making sure those feet are in the ground and, taking on that bull rush.
Well, on that topic, Corey Wooten, who used to play for the Bears, defensive end, and he now works with us here at CHGO. He was commenting a little. He really likes your game, and he was commenting a little bit during the season. That you reminded him of David Bakhtiari.
Okay.
When Bakhtiari was a rookie, because also a late round pick, someone who you could kind of tell was like a little bit raw as a rookie and just needed to get that base and kind of that lower half strength going, and then obviously he turned into an All-Pro. I mean, is that?
Yeah.
Do you kind of see that?
No, I watch an incredible amount of Bakhtiari film. That's one of the main guys I always watch. I mean, a little bit there, it was hard to watch him because, I mean, he does have a different stance. It's a little bit more elongated and has his left foot back. But, I mean, that doesn't really matter in terms of, like hand fighting and stuff like that. But, I mean, he has incredible technique. And, I definitely look up to him in terms of, left tackles in the league. But, I mean, I for sure see that and developing that base. But I feel like another thing, too, and Bakhtiari did it for sure, is just, like, creating, like, his own, like, left tackle game, too, like, having his own style. So, and that just comes with, like, confidence, swagger, just kind of, like, having your own style. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, too, in terms of, like, my game. Obviously, there's, the raw portions of just, like, one-on-one bull rush, obviously, that I've talked about, but, just creating my own style and kind of having a little bit of, swag to you and stuff like that. So that always helps. And then with that base. So.
What would you say is the number one thing that Olin's taught you this offseason? So I've had the treat of I coach high school football at Carmel, and he helps us out with the offensive line there. So I've been able to watch him work with our offensive linemen, and I'm just always mesmerized watching him coach those kids, like how quickly he just picks up on these little things and corrects it so fast. I mean, is that the same experience you have when you're working with him?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just like one of the biggest things is just like everything I do in there, and just like it just when I was in there, like all came to the realization that like everything I'm doing in there is going out to the field as well. Like just in bench, like having my feet in the ground. Like how are you gonna, you're benching and you don't got your feet in the ground, and then you're gonna try and go out there on the field without your feet in the ground. Like that's the same thing. So like, just kind of make it seem like you're always on the field, even in the weight room too. So that's like one of the biggest things, he's always talking about is just correlating to the field. Like, I mean, it's not anything that we're doing in the gym that's not going to go to the field, we shouldn't be doing technically, right? So that's like the biggest thing with him, and then just really finding my, hamstrings and hips. So that's been the big thing, and like I said, it's been great over there. I've learned so much. So yeah.
So it's kind of elephant in the room here that we haven't just talked about is that the Bears looking at all these tackles and Poles was super complimentary to you and said, you just also got a ways to go to reach a ceiling, and we're talking left tackle. If at some point they came to you and say, hey, Braxton, we want to try you at right tackle, like how would you feel about that? What would be the biggest challenge to do it? I'm assuming like everything that you've done as a rookie, like, hey, I'd like to stay where I'm at.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I think, this offseason, doing the things to come back and obviously play left tackle. And, I'm definitely trying to be the cornerstone left tackle for sure. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if they're coming to me telling me, we might have to make a move to the right, I mean, I still have a job, right? So at the end of the day, I can't be mad. I can't be frustrated. I played right tackle. And if I had to make that adjustment, I'd do it. I mean, that's a job. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to help the team win. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to do anything that, says 1-0 at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I'm not I'm not going to fight that or anything like that. But, yeah, I want to be the left tackle. Obviously, I've been working a lot of left tackle, and I switch up too and make sure I'm still on my P's and Q's on the right side. But for sure want to stay at left. But like I said, I'm a huge team player. I'll do anything for us go out there and win at the end of the day. So none of that really matters to me. Just kind of doing my job, doing what I know, and doing what I can every day to get 1% better, to show them that there is no need for that. And, like I said, I won't be mad, but just got to go put in the work on the right side if I had to and do the same thing,
Is that a huge adjustment or no?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not simple. It's not something that, you could just say, hey, 24 hours before a game, you got to play right tackle. You're definitely it's gonna be rough. Like it's different. I mean, just especially when you spent some time on a certain side. So it's definitely different. But at the end of the day, you just got to do whatever it takes to win that rep. So,
what is your experience at right tackle?
So I played before left tackle at Southern Utah. I was playing right tackle for my first 2 years. So, but I never really had much like in-game experience in terms of right tackle at Southern Utah. Like I played I think like 2 or 3 games towards like my end of my sophomore season, but that was it. And then
once you got on the field,
over,
you were on the left side. But
I was moved over to the left side, and that's kind of where I really started like my journey and stuff like that. But even in high school, so I spent my first 2 years at right tackle, but I didn't have much varsity time at right tackle either. So, and then did a lot of the varsity time at left tackle. So it's just kind of been a transition. And then obviously this last year played all left and majority of left. So, I mean, it's, obviously it's a hard transition, but, I've done it before, so.
It's really an incredible journey that you just outlined. You weren't like starting as a freshman sophomore in high school. You weren't on the field early at Southern Utah.
Correct.
You get on late and all right into the NFL 5th round draft by every single play.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
For sure. Even the last like few weeks, I've started to realize more and more. But I mean, I still don't think it's fully like settled in like the accomplishments. But I'm just beyond excited for what's to come and. Keep building.
What were some of the reasons for that? I mean, some guys are just late bloomers. They grow late. I mean, what was when you look back on it? Why do you think that it went the way it did with whether it's recruiting or whatever?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I talk about this a lot, but I just feel like coming from a small school did kind of help me. And once I got in around a bunch of people with a ton of resources and a lot of help and just want to see you succeed. Like my coach, Coach Morgan, I mean, he's unbelievable. Just, he just wants to see me get better every day and do things like that. So once you're around that environment, I feel like for me, it was just easy to just go like this. I mean, I just, grabbed a little bit of everything and kind of took it with me and then put a little bit of hard work, effort into it. And that's kind of what I did. I mean, I don't mean to seem nonchalant about it, but I mean, for some people that's hard to do. Just kind of, take what you got, go to work, and keep on going. But that's kind of what I did. I feel like, just coming from a small school, you don't have a lot, you don't have all those resources. And first of all, I'm not playing against the best talent, in the nation. Some of those kids in Alabama, Georgia, they're always playing. They're playing against, first-round picks every down, every play. So, and you rarely get some of those in the FCS. So now going against it, I feel like just barely scratching the surface for me, because I'm just barely seeing, the guys that I, haven't been able to block all these years. So that's the reason why I feel like it's just, easy to keep on going like this. But obviously you got to put in the work and be dedicated, consistent, and all stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, I feel like it's just kind of coming from a small school, having a little chip on your back and riding that through for sure.
Braxton, I recently spoke to Brandon Thorne, who knows a good, thing or two about
Yeah,
offensive
for sure.
line play, and he commented to you about your run blocking, your play strength, but he also had some interesting comments about your pass blocking. I just want to know if there's any truth to these comments and how correctable they are. So he said, I think he drops his outside foot too quickly. It creates short corners, gets beat around the edge too easily, opens up his hips and shoulders too quickly, and that leads him vulnerable to getting beat across his face or driven back into the quarterback. So with those comments, again, how much truth is there to maybe that? And, how correctable are some of those things that he's kind of watching on film?
No, it's correctable for sure. But, really when you're out there kind of playing with no base, that's kind of what you resort to. Not all the time, but, that's exactly what my coach was telling me. If there's a short edge, that's why, I'm opening that left hip way too soon. And that's ideally what I'm working on, making sure I can trust my hips and trust myself, actually feel me in that position. So, but yeah, those things are kind of, right spot on for sure. I definitely need to work on all those things, and that's kind of what I would say for sure too. Creating short corners, because I know I can get out there. I know I'm quick, but it's just kind of, obviously the technique and repping it and understanding your rusher too. So that's a lot of it goes into that. But yeah, those coaching points are, right spot on, exactly kind of what my coach was all telling me week in and week out for sure.
Rex, you said you had to feel your hips. What does that exactly mean? How do you do that in the moment? What does that actually mean for you?
I got an idea.
Yeah, it's so hard to explain. It's like the slightest, a lot of it's hard to do, and just getting in that slightest position, it's hard to explain. I don't know how to really put that into words.
You kind of have to do it,
but you kind of just have to do it. Yeah, but just how important that is for me is before I'm just using everything else to try and really how do I say this, block a 315-pound D lineman. You're using your spine, you're using your back instead of your hips, what you're actually supposed to be using. So it's just before, anytime I'm getting bull rush, I'm using my spine. I'm not using my hamstrings and hips where all my power is. And so if I'm not using where my power is, I'm not going to get much power, and I'm going to just get walk straight back to the quarterback. So
makes sense,
once you kind of start to understand that and feel that open up and be able to let your mind sit into your hips and hamstrings, if that makes sense, you'll be able to feel your strength and actually use your power instead of just using your lower back and everything creating else, back problems and knee problems and all that stuff. So
sure,
love it. Just like I love, by the way, that CHGO is supported by Goose Island Beer Company. Let's get a cocktail after this one. There we go. Chicago's beer since 1988. The beer roster is lengthy. We've got the Blackhawks Pale Ale. We got the Goose Pub in the United Center that's been open for almost 10 years now. The tap room is a pregame destination for Hawks fans and also for Bulls fans. Final home game on Sunday, unless a miracle happens. Let's go Bulls. Come on now. You're somehow going to get into that playoffs, right? Get through that play-in tournament. The Bourbon County Stout, the Christmas IPA, the Beer Hug IPA Series, Green Line, Matilda, it's all there. Goose Island's 2 locations are open and ready to welcome you. Grab a beer right from their innovation tanks at the Goose Island Tap Room. That's 1800 West Fulton. Or get a smash burger and a fresh beer of the week at the original Clybourne Brewhouse, 1800 North Clybourne. For reservations and pickup, go to gooseisland.com/locations. Goose Island Beer Company.
After you check out Goose Island, gotta check out Shady Rays. Take on the sun with gear built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with the warm weather ahead with premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we have worn here at CHGO. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures. I have my Shady Rays in my car, really convenient. I know I'm going to get the job done, protect my eyes, and look good wearing my Shady Rays. And what's awesome, if you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they'll send a brand new pair, no questions asked. Wear Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after your purchase. And exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is going to give you the best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use the code CHGO for 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The Shady Rays are rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
So as we wrap up with Braxton, I just kind of want to go back and just understand your growing up period here. I mean, Utah's less than 2% African American. You're in this Salt Lake City. I'm trying to imagine you're a big guy. You get noticed. What was the biggest challenges, or what did you appreciate about it when you think about just Murray, Utah, and that part of your life?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like you said, there's not many African Americans in Utah, but I mean, it's not like it's destitute of us, I guess, or so to say. But it's just like it's just a different vibe. I mean, there's a lot of Mormon families, I'd say. But growing up was cool. You just learn both sides of the stick, honestly. And that's kind of how I was even at Southern Utah, there in Cedar City. Like, just kind of learning new things, learning how people are, and kind of how to act in public and stuff. It's different for sure, but other than that, it's cool. I mean, there's nothing crazy about it or anything. Growing up's cool. The people are great out there, so it's a good time for sure.
I looked up the top 10 things to do in Murray, Utah. This is before I knew that it was right outside of Salt Lake, so it's like, whatever. It feels like a suburb. I was looking at house prices, too. A lot of nice houses in Murray, Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, you were coming from it looks like a pretty nice town. But the Nickel Mania Arcade is like top 6. You ever go to Nickel Mania?
I love Nickel Mania. I love Nickel Mania. I mean, anytime I can when I'm back in town, I'll take my little brother there. So I mean, that's a good place right there in town. I always used to go there when I was younger. So if you're out in Murray, definitely take a stop by Nickel Mania. It's a good time.
They got all the old schools. We got Donkey Kong running
Hey, now.
around.
Yeah, they do.
Give me Miss Pac-Man all day.
Yeah. It was Nickel Mania, massage places, gun places, and the Arboretum apparently is beautiful.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Nickel Mania. It sounds like
Nickel Mania was my
Mania
bad.
is it
Nickel
for me.
Mania.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we're going to end this by flying through some last super chats before
for
we get out of here and we all try to survive the outbound Kennedy now. Jaden Rowley for $1.99. Did you ever play against Fremont High School?
I don't think so. Maybe in like when I was small, playing like Gremlins or something like that. But I don't think so in high school. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Corey, $5 in 2021. You played in Washington Grizzly Stadium against the Montana Grizzlies. How does that stadium noise compare to Soldier Field?
That seems hard to compare because it's so much smaller because they're just like right on top of you. It's pretty loud. I mean, it gets pretty loud there. I don't think I could hear anything like at all. But it's different too because I'm playing on offense in Soldier Field, so it's I'm the home team. We're not they're not being that loud while we're playing. So, but in Montana, I mean, I would say it gets pretty loud. It could definitely compete for
I
sure.
want to say College Game Day went there this year.
Yeah,
didn't
they definitely did.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool atmosphere.
I think it was. Was it South Dakota State and I don't know.
It might have been. It was a huge, or it might have been Montana State versus Montana.
Yeah,
is that what it was?
That's what it is. I should have known that. Yeah, that's always those two. But
another one here. Is it D Pugs?
D Pugs.
$4.99. With his focus being on base, has he considered wrestling?
There was that video of you and Tyree going at it.
Oh, yeah, that was just a little hand fighting drill to clear that up. Everybody was like, oh, he's playing right tackle. But I was literally just giving him a look. Yeah. Do I look like a terrible D lineman? Good, because I never want to play D line. I love O-line. But, yeah, I was just giving him a look. And my right foot happened to be back. So
everyone
they
went
started,
crazy with it.
Everybody was going crazy. Thought I was on offense. But, yeah, just I'm the one giving the look on that one. And JT's, taking on the pressure, but yeah.
What do we got next? Ronetta, $15. What's good, Brax? Auntie just want to say bear down from all hashtag Bears Nation, LFG, and PS. Y'all can make me Remy.
Call me Remy.
Call me Remy.
Clearing the confusion.
Oh,
so she
Remy.
wants instead of Ronetta, call her Remy.
Got it.
I'm following Remy. Remy, you earned my follow with all your love for the show. So let's go, Remy.
Yes, I
She's
appreciate
the one on
it.
Twitter
Thank you so much.
trying to clear that up yesterday.
Yes, I think
else?
so.
I can't remember.
I think that's correct.
Okay. Aaron jumping in here, $4.99. Braxton equals the arguable GOAT. That's a term that Carm called.
Joe Montana walked by us at the Super Bowl, and I just started yelling arguable GOAT because everyone says Brady, but let's give Joe a little bit of love for what he did. So I yelled arguable GOAT. People enjoyed that moment in time. So there we go.
I appreciate it, man.
Then Carm says arguable loafer for the show being late today. Good luck this year, Braxton. You the man, and Bears fans love you, fam. All right.
Bars. Don't forget the bars.
Thanks, Aaron. Can't wait for your next vacation.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, he was talking to us from Cancun, and he was.
Oh, really?
He was
having
having
a good time.
It was an all-inclusive situation.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. And we're ending the show today then with Jonathan, $10. Congratulations to CHGO. Having Braxton on is amazing and a testament to all your hard work. Amazing. Brick by brick. We got a saying here.
Thank you,
Brick by
Jonathan.
Nick gets the biggest credit on that. Thank you. Well, obviously Braxton, but Nick set it up. So thanks. Good work, Moreano. Way to go, baby.
No problem.
Awesome.
Glad we made
so
it
much.
treat in half.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming down in traffic
sure.
today. We really appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. I know we enjoyed it.
And to your dudes who sat here and had an outstanding time watching the show, I'm sure.
That's my agent.
Yeah. And appreciate everybody watching today. Thank you so much. I know we switched things up this week with the Friday show. But I know we had a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll have more like this. We are just a couple weeks away from the draft. We want to make sure you know about our draft parties going on at Joe's Bar on Weed Street. It's our CHGO Bears Draft Party. Tickets on sale now, April 27th and 28th. Premium drink package included in those tickets. Make sure you go to allchgo.com. We hope to see you there. Should be a fun couple nights as the Bears add to their roster. Always an exciting time of year.
We don't need a left tackle. Get the running back. Get the receiver.
Hey.
That's just that was my opinion before you came in.
I
here, so
appreciate it.
just for the real. So
And make sure you also, for all our diehards, we have our draft board up at allchgo.com/diehard. We're out of here. Hopefully everybody enjoys their weekend. The weather's looking pretty nice. I hope so. Cross your fingers.
I'll be at the Cub game tomorrow if anyone wants to say hi.
Oh,
First person who says hi gets a beer courtesy of me.
Okay.
And
special guest at the Cubs game, maybe.
Oh,
There you
really?
go. Oh, really?
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Are you throwing out the first
No.
Oh,
pitch? Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta tune it down. Let's
Well, I
go.
saw Travis throw out the first pitch at the White Sox game
Yeah, he
yesterday,
did, yeah.
I believe.
That's
have you ever
awesome.
done that before?
I have not.
Have you been to
Okay.
Wrigley?
I have, because we did
Okay.
like a little team bonding thing. So.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
How you
Well,
feeling
that's
about
awesome.
that, Braxton? You feeling?
you ever thrown off a mound?
I used to pitch back like when I was small. I wasn't very good at it, but I was out there giving my best. But hopefully I could do a little bit better than Travis.
You got it.
I say throw as hard as you can and airmail it and throw it to the backstop.
No, that's what I was going to tell him the opposite
Oh.
to do.
Okay.
I got to do this one time at the White Sox game. It was the scariest thing I think I've ever done in my life because I put so much pressure on myself not to screw it up. But all I would say is just throw a strike. Don't worry about how hard you throw it. That's the most important
feel you.
thing.
Sure.
Just
Fair
get it there
Just
to the
throw a
glove.
strike.
Well, okay, a ball. Just get it to the mid on the fly. Don't bounce it. That's all.
Don't
I
bounce
would say.
it. That's
Okay.
That's what Ricky Renteria told me. Too,
Don't
if you remember
bounce
that.
it. You don't want to bounce it.
Gotcha.
Over his head's fine.
All right. Well, good luck with that tomorrow. We'll be. I'm sure all the Cubs fans out there will enjoy it. We're out of here. Everybody enjoy their weekend. We're back Monday at noon. We will talk to you then.